Welcome to Stuff That We Like / Enjoy. At least at this point in time, I almost forgot the name of our podcast.
It's been a whole 2 weeks.
It's been a whole 2 weeks. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Christina.
And we missed a week.
Yes, we broke our 70-week streak.
Yeah.
Or 60, I don't know. It's
close to 70.
Yeah, close to 70 episodes weekly. And we could not do it last week.
We couldn't do it. It's just between work.
Overwhelmed.
Sickness,
painted our cabinets.
Post-ultra marathon.
Barely moving.
Mm-hmm. And we were like, it's not happening.
We called it.
Yeah, we called it. And, but I think we did great.
Yep.
For how long we held on.
Yep.
I think it was awesome.
All right, here's to another 60-some weeks.
Here's to another one. Yeah, maybe we can beat the streak from
Probably
last
not.
time. I mean, we'll see, right?
Maybe. But honestly, I feel like we're in like the busiest season of our lives.
Right. I think it's going to calm down though,
Yeah.
because I just shot my second to last wedding of the year, and work's starting to look like it's going to calm down in the future. And so as long as and you're going to graduate soon?
Yes, I'm finishing up I will be a college graduate with my bachelor's in business in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I wrote a whole bunch of papers on HR management today. I've decided I don't want to go into HR. Might be due to the pressure of the assignments rather than the actual work. But as of right now, I've crossed that off my list.
Yeah, that'll really help you determine whether you want to be that or not. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but after all that, it'll probably calm down a little bit. And so we'll just get back on a schedule and beat this last streak. Yeah,
we're working on repainting our cabinets that we started the first week of September. It is now mid-ish November, and our goal is by Christmas.
By Christmas,
they will be done.
We will have new cabinets.
I'll be a college graduate, and our cabinets will be refinished.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny story, too. It was like we started painting the cabinets, and we thought it would take
5 days.
5 days, but we also thought we had a little bit of time the next week because I wasn't going to be starting work for a little bit, and they wanted me to start early, and so everything was thrown off. Everything was screwed up. And then I think it was last week we painted them.
Yeah, it was one of our first Saturdays. We didn't technically have something in months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we taped up the entire kitchen. It looked like we were about to commit a crime.
Looked like Dexter or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we painted it and it looks awesome. Kind of the same color as your coat for people that are watching.
Yeah. Just got to do the doors now and reinstall everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. Life's going to calm down.
I'll just say that's why we were not here last week.
Yeah.
So my grandma did ask. She's like, did you not put an episode out? I'm like, no. So she's obviously a loyal listener.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Shout out to AMAM. Thank you, AMAM. All right.
Cool. All right. Today I'm going to ask you what is something you like / enjoy?
So something I'm very interested in and I might like / enjoy is the topic of what are seminars?
What are seminars?
And where did they come from?
That is so random.
Right? I think you're going to like this one.
Yeah.
I think immediately from look in your eyes, you're going to like this one.
I don't like seminars, but I'm interested in the topic.
I knew it. Okay. So in your words, what do you think a seminar is? No wrong answers.
Okay. I think a seminar is a type of, it's semi-educational based, but it would be like you go to a seminar where it's multiple meetings over a day or two, kind of like a conference, but more on a topic that the person already knows about. And then you're talking more in depth, maybe with panelists or experts.
Yeah, that's super close to what seminars are today.
All right.
Now, how seminars started is a little bit different, but we'll start with the definition. A seminar is defined as a conference or other meeting for discussion or training.
A conference for training.
Yeah. Discussion or training. So a little bit of the history of seminars. First, the word seminar comes from the Latin seminarium, meaning seed plot. Oh. So a place where ideas are planted and grown. Hence the discussions that happen at a seminar.
Huh. Yeah. Rather than, so the discussion part, rather than just like the teaching. kind of a thing.
Yes,
All right.
exactly. So seminars originated in European universities in the 19th century, designed for small discussion-based learning, not lectures. So it used to be you just go and you have discussions. Nobody stands up and talks for long periods of time, and then you have a recess where you go eat lunch and come back and listen to the same person.
Right.
It was just talking to each other. It was just trying to come up with new ideas around a topic.
Okay, so it's like a scheduled discussion type of a thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
So professors and students would gather to debate, analyze, and explore ideas together, more like a conversation than presentation. So by the mid 20th century, though, the concept spread beyond academia. So a lot of motivational speakers, business leaders, and self-help gurus began using the seminar format to inspire and educate the masses, leading to events like Tony Robbins' massive conventions today. So it stopped being discussions.
Okay.
And it started being motivational speaking, business leaders a lot. And they pointed out Tony Robbins, which I would call a self-help guru.
Yeah.
People just standing up and trying to convey something to you for hours upon hours became the new standard of seminar. Whereas it used to be get together with people
Smaller group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you try to come up with new ideas or debate one another.
Yeah.
So a couple facts about seminars. The global self-improvement industry, which includes seminars, online courses, and events. So they're saying seminars are self-improvement, a self-improvement industry, is worth over $40 billion today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't look up how much Tony Robbins gets paid to speak, but his events are bonkers.
They make so much money.
Yeah.
Just to attend, I watched one of his documentaries, and he might only have one. And just to attend the seminar is several $1,000s. And there's like add-ons and stuff. And he like sells out and has, 1,000 people at these seminars. I'm like, he's making 100, 200K at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And he'll do like 100 seminars, maybe not a year, but yeah.
Yeah, no, he makes a lot of money doing what he does. And he's helped a lot of people. I don't know really what he does. I watched the documentary as well. It was inspiring. I like to see that he was trying to help people. I may not understand
He's like, break
how
up with your
he does
boyfriend
it.
now. He's holding you back. Call him
Yeah,
now. Lots
yeah.
of peer pressure.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the greatest way to do it, but I hope he's helping people in a good way. I just don't know enough about it. But this next point could be attributed, or this next fact could be attributed to his seminars as well. So many modern seminars are designed less for dialogue and more for emotional engagement. So what some sociologists call manufactured inspiration. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, Tony Robbins wants you to get, in his words, into a heightened state
Yes.
before you start learning his curriculum. It's supposed to be something about your emotions in a heightened state, help you retain information better than if you weren't in a heightened state.
Kind of wakes you up.
Yes, in a way, but also like whenever you remember information from a Tony Robbins event, your body also remembers the happy state it was in.
Right.
Which makes you want to dive deeper into whatever you were learning at that point.
Interesting. Huh. Well, I mean, if you're going to go to a seminar, I'm sure a Tony Robbins seminar would be much more interesting than others, because I think of like seminars as being pretty dull.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'd rather go to like a, I don't know, more like somebody I know who has accomplished something I want to accomplish. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about.
Like
right
a
now.
master class.
Yeah, a
or-
master class. I'd rather attend a master class
I'd rather
than I would a
learn,
seminar.
be taught something or a conference rather than like somebody pump me up or inspire me.
Yeah, because in a way, I feel like seminars don't really exist anymore. I feel like they're all conferences.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to dive into, the distinctions. I'm sure people call them both things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't know if there is a huge distinction, because seminars are listening to one person, as are conferences, or multiple people coming to speak. But I don't know if they differentiate anymore. I think they
Yeah.
might be the same thing.
Yeah, because I've like attended conferences that have like breakout rooms or the seminar rooms. And it's like, I feel like they're kind of the same.
Yeah. You don't, sometimes you go and like discuss in groups for a couple minutes, but it's usually just another room to listen to one person talk to you.
Yeah. Huh. I'm thinking out at a place I used to work, there was one room in the building that was called the seminar room where we'd have meetings. It was it had a big old conference table, and we used it, I think, for like discussions. So in the traditional sense of the word, a seminar, we met together to like brainstorm.
There you go.
Huh. Seminar room. Never thought of that. I'm just like, oh, which room are we meeting in? The seminar room.
Exactly. And a seminar room to me, without being educated as to what a seminar was, always reminded me of like sitting and listening to somebody because I didn't know what that was. But when you're talking about what that room was used for.
Yeah, discussions.
Yeah, it makes more sense that way because I've seen it used for that. You know, so maybe they held to the traditional sense of what a seminar was.
Right. Huh.
Yeah.
Or it just was called that 20 years ago and they just
kept it.
Exactly.
So some studies in educational psychology suggest that retention from passive listening, like lectures or motivational talks, is around 5 to 10%, while participation in discussion-based learning, so the original seminar, the OG seminar model, yields up to 50 to 70% retention.
Wow. And what was the other percentage? 5 to
5
10?
to 10%.
Great. It just like if you think about these poor kids sitting in school for 8 hours a day.
Getting blasted with
much
information and not retaining hardly anything.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. At the school that I used to teach at, we implemented after COVID when so much was online, like what they called a reverse learning environment, where instead of coming to class to learn, you came to class to discuss. So prior to class, like the week before, you would watch a couple of training videos, read books and watch videos and stuff like that. And then you would come to class to discuss. And they found how much more it improved people's learning retention rather than just sitting and listening to somebody talk for an hour.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I think if you did that and you also had a teacher that's available, if you're struggling with a subject, you can go to your teacher and get tutored for a bit on that subject until you get the concept. And then you go away and you study on your own. I feel like that'd be a much more helpful way to learn because everybody can learn at their own pace.
Yep.
It's like if you want to blast through it right before class, do it. If you want to take your time, just do a little bit every day, do it. Like each person can cater to their own needs. Yeah.
That's great.
So the last fact here, there's been a rise in the guru culture, kind of like what we're talking about. So where charisma often replaces credibility, creating a fine line between motivation and manipulation.
Interesting.
Yes.
Getting pumped up, emotionally heightened.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. Like I've even been to services or even church services, honestly, where I'm like, wow, that was a really fun hour. And I leave, I'm like, I don't know that I learned anything.
Yeah. But I
had a great time. It was a Christian comedy show with some nice music, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because the concept of worship before teaching, it kind of plays into what Tony Robbins is trying to do, where you're trying to get your body into not an emotional state, but a heightened state of sensitivity to the spirit. And then you're trying to absorb information.
Yeah.
So that information, when it comes to mind, your body's also kind of reliving the spiritual environment that you were in.
Yeah.
So I don't think what Tony Robbins I don't think he's totally crazy in what he's trying to do for people.
Right.
I think it's just not what God had planned. He's like, you're not supposed to get your body excited. You're supposed to get into a place of heightened sensitivity to me.
Right.
So that I can, I guess, help you learn in that state.
Huh. That's really interesting. Yeah, because Tony Robbins, he'll have the crowd. He has like the pump up crew where they'll come up and like, yeah, and everybody's like jumping around, music's blasting. Then he's behind stage. He literally bounces on a mini trampoline before he goes on stage. Like he's just, about to explode, And so everybody's pumped and it's like, yeah, I'm going to quit my job, change my life, divorce my wife. Like I'm inspired. And then they've done interviews with people a week later. They're like, yeah, that was all. I crashed my life out because you're so pumped up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, and that's a sales tactic too. A lot of salesmen and saleswomen will bounce on trampolines before they make a call to get them excited, to get them happy.
Yeah.
And then they make the sale. Like it's actually statistically increased sales
Interesting.
in regards to people who who try that tactic.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Pretty wild. So some practical advice. If you're attending a seminar or thinking about investing in one, here are a few questions to keep you grounded in reality. So question number 1, you should ask yourself, am I learning something real or just feeling inspired? Like we were talking about with Tony Robbins, emotional energy fades, but good teaching will stick. Good teaching of good values or good principles or practices you could take home, that's going to stick. Those are solid. So just make sure you're learning something real when you're going to a seminar.
I like that.
Second question, who benefits from this event? The audience or the speaker? Third question, does it challenge me to grow or does it just make me feel good temporarily? And I think we see this in Christian culture today where we have conference junkies.
Totally.
People who just go to conferences because they love the high.
Yeah.
They love the feeling afterwards. You know what I'm talking about? And so we have to ask that question. Like, is this actually challenging me to grow? Or am I just going because
Makes you feel good.
I want to feel good?
Yeah.
Exactly. And the fourth question I would say is, can I apply what I'm learning in my real life tomorrow? So can you take steps to apply what everybody was talking about on stage tomorrow? Or are you going to have to sign up for their next conference?
Yes,
You know what I mean?
to get the next lesson, to get the next thing unlocked.
Is it a sales funnel? So just ask those questions to yourself because seminars aren't what they used to be.
Yeah.
They've turned into conferences. So make sure you're attending a seminar,
Right.
not a conference.
Huh.
Yeah.
If you want to, what's the difference in your mind? Why did you say that?
Seminar is supposed to be about discussing ideas.
So make sure you're attending a true seminar.
Yes, a true seminar, because that's going to be worth your money. That's 50 to 70%. What did it say? 50 to 70% retention?
Of retention of what you're learning. Yeah.
50 to 70% of retention. That's 6 times what you'll get just going to a conference.
Yeah. And the interesting thing, like we said, is I think most seminars are actually conferences nowadays, in disguise.
So the ones you can get that are closest to a traditional seminar, that's what you want.
Cool.
Yeah. So some closing thoughts. I like the idea of going to either a seminar or a conference with a speaker that I know has been somewhere I want to be. So it's somebody who's either made money in the way I want to make money or accomplished a physical feat that I want to accomplish. I want somebody who's actually been there, done that, that's going to talk to me either one-on-one, in a group, from the stage. I don't care. But make sure the person you're going to see has credibility in the area you're trying to grow in. I think that's my first principle on either going to a conference or a seminar, because they're kind of the same thing. And the second thing I would recommend people do is read all of their literature before you go. Make sure they're not a quack. Make sure that you agree with what their values are.
Right.
First and foremost, do some research before you spend $3,000 to go to a seminar that may just make you feel good.
Right.
And do nothing else. So read the literature and make sure that person's been where you want to be. And I think you can go to all the seminars and conferences you want.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
What do you think?
I do not like seminars or conferences in the least.
I know.
I mean, partly because almost anything, you could access a YouTube video for free.
Yeah.
For the majority of, if there is somebody that you appreciate, like David Goggins or even Tony Robbins, something like that. I feel like there's so much material you can find online for free. And I just don't like sitting in a room with a bunch of people all staring at one person. I don't know. I think that I have I don't fangirl over people. I'm not easily impressed by people. Not that I don't think there's a lot to learn from others, but I don't think I'm one to go and pay money to go sit in a chair to have somebody talk to me.
I think I'm the same way.
thing.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way, but I think we might have different reasons. So what's your reason for not wanting to do that?
Well, part of it, it's physically uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
2, I'm going to spend my money on something else.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
I mean, yeah, it's like,
What a burger.
I don't have a bunch of disposable income, and I probably would rather just like go camping or go to a national park for a couple days and then watch the video at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like hype. I don't like people hyping up a crowd. I don't like anything that smells all of manipulation or
Yeah.
I think also I'm so aware of psychological tactics to get a crowd riled up, to, sell you on something that it's like I've become self-aware of that.
Yeah.
And so when I'm in those environments, I'm just absolutely disgusted by it. And then I don't get anything out of it, even if there's something to be gained, because in my own stubbornness, I'm like, this is all dumb. And so definitely part of it's my fault. And not to say I've been to some amazing conferences. I don't know. I've been to some seminars for sure that were true seminars where they're more discussion based, but I don't think I've ever paid for it.
That's
don't
good.
know that I would go to Acquire the Fire conferences as a teen. I went to probably 3, and that might be the only conference I've ever paid for. It was like $80.
That's not terrible.
And that was definitely hype you out of your brain, get pumped up, kind of a thing. But I've been to some amazing conferences with like 30, 40,000 people. They were great, but I wouldn't have probably paid a couple $1,000 for it.
No way.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
They were free, so.
Yeah. My reasoning is that I think it's along the same lines, but when it comes to public speaking or people who have a platform who I don't personally know their credentials, I haven't read any of their work, I'm just going to a conference, I don't trust that I should give them my attention just because they have a microphone and I don't. I'm very suspicious of people on a platform. And I think that comes a little bit from negative experiences with people on a platform who have really disappointed, screwed up, but also scammed a lot of people out of their money. And we're all human beings. We all have poopy butts, we all fart and poop and burp. It's like, why is this person, any better in these areas than I am, without me knowing their credentials. And so I don't like the unequal playing field that happens in my mind when I think about conferences, like elevating this person for no reason other than they're on a stage, I guess. Yeah. So a little bit naturally suspicious of those types of people.
Makes sense.
And of conferences as a whole.
Also, it's just not the way I learn. I don't know. I don't know, probably not the healthiest thing, but I would rather listen to 20 hours of that person on a podcast than go sit and listen to them for an hour. Just because I feel like at that point you truly could get something out of it by the quantity or the amount of time. Whereas if you're just kind of sitting there, I don't know, I'm just rather easily distracted, and I learn best while I'm like doing things or moving, or, like me listening to a podcast while like cleaning the house. I will retain so much more than sitting in a stuffy room with a baby crying over there and these people talking there. And what the heck did he just say? Yeah. Kind of a thing going on.
Totally. I think it's almost the reason to go to a conference now would almost be for novelty, to say that you had been to see this person, because there's so much information out there about people now. Like you said, podcasts. A person probably has like 50 hours of podcasts you could just listen to, but you get to say that you went to a podcast with so-and-so, or you went to a conference with so-and-so or seminar. So I think there's probably bragging rights involved.
Especially if you're if you're on social media and you post and stuff, I could see being like, went to this conference. For sure. Here's the whole experience. Whereas us, we don't. Like the most recent posts on my Instagram were made by you. Like I haven't posted anything since last Christmas. So, but I think part of it, though, not liking conferences and seminars is probably just my own pride. Of being like, I don't know. I think I can figure it out better than this person that everybody thinks great. I get annoyed at people thinking somebody's super awesome. Because I'm just so aware that we're all not awesome, and we're also awesome in different ways. Yeah. Some people are like, oh, I've never been let's wait in line to like get their signature or buy their new book. And I don't know. I think part of that's healthy and part of it's not. So I probably should do some deep thinking about that.
That's good though. That's
Maybe
good to know.
Maybe have a seminar about it.
It's seminar about not trusting seminars.
Cool. That was a great topic. Do you have any
Thank you.
other like random facts or myths to bunk?
I didn't get a myth this time.
Okay.
We'll have to do a myth next time.
Cool. Well, no myth busted today.
All right.
Cool.
Myth
Not busted.